In my previous video, we have learned about everything you need to know about arithmetic progressions. And have you mastered it yet? If not, I suggest that you watch that video first and then you come back to this video. In this video, I'll be discussing 10 years of past year questions on arithmetic progressions, and we'll start right now. Hello everyone, my name is Shirley and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here and you'd like to improve in your math skills, start now by subscribing and clicking the bell so that you don't miss anything. Let's take a look at the first past year question. Let's look at question 1. This is SPM 2010, paper 1, question 9. Okay, the sum of the first terms of an arithmetic progression is given by Sn equals to n over 2 bracket 3n plus 1. So we're going to use this formula. We're not going to use the general Sn formula. Okay, so find A, the sum of the first 5 terms means find S5. Okay, and B, find the 5th term means find T5. So for A, to solve for A, okay, we straight away use the formula as n given, and we're going to substitute the n equals to 5, okay? So it will be, so S5 is equals to, so 5 over 2 bracket, so it will be 3n, which is 3 times 5 plus 1, okay? So equals to 5 over 2, so this is 15 plus 1 is 16, okay? So 16 we can cancel with the 2, become 8. So 8 times 5 is 40. So 40 is the answer for A. Okay, let's solve for B. So for B, find the 5th term. So to find the 5th term, we're going to use this formula, which is Tn equals to Sn minus Sn minus 1. Okay, so to find T5, we're going to use S5 minus S4. Okay, so next, we're going to use this formula. We're going to substitute the n equals to 5 and n equals to 4 into this formula. Okay, so 5 over 2, and then 3 times 5 plus 1, that's for S5, and then minus, so for S4, it's going to be 4 over 2, then 3 times 4 plus 1. Okay, let's solve this. Let's calculate this together. So 3 times 5, then plus 1, then times 5 over 2, we'll get 40 for S5. And then for S4, it will be 12 plus 1, and then times 4 divided by 2, we get 26. Okay, so 40 minus 26 will get 14. So 14 is the final answer. Let's look at question number 2. This is SPM 2011, paper 1, question 10. Okay, the second term of an arithmetic progression is -3 and the 6th term is 13. Find the first term and the common difference of the progression, and this is 3 marks. Okay, so the second term is negative, means this is T2, okay, equals to -3, and T6 equals to 13. Okay, I prefer to write like that, it's easier for me to see so that I won't make any mistakes. So find the first term, which is A, and find the common difference, which is the D. Okay, so we're going to use these two information given to find what are the A and D values. Okay, so let's look at this. So to find the A and D, we're going to write this down. Okay, so this is A plus D equals to -3. Okay, we're going to substitute the formula Tn equals to A plus n minus 1D. Okay, so we have equation 1. And then for T6, T6 is 13. So this is A plus 5D. Okay, so use the pro way, straight away write A plus 5D, yeah? So this is equation 2. So I'm going to use elimination method for simultaneous equation. So I'm going to use equation 2 minus equation 1. So A minus A, we get 0. So 5D minus D, we get 4D. And then 13 minus 3, we get 16. So therefore, D is 16 divided by 4 is 4. Okay? So next we're going to find what is the value of A. So I'm going to substitute. So substitute D equals to 4 into equation 1. Okay, so is A plus, the D is 4, equals to -3. So A is -3 minus 4. So therefore, A is equals to negative 7. So that's the answer. Let's look at question 3. This is SPM 2012, paper 1, question 10. Okay, so it's given that 11, y plus 4 and 3y minus x are 3 consecutive terms of an arithmetic progression. So A, express y in terms of x, and B, find the common difference if x is equal to 8. And this is 4 marks. Okay, this question is 4 marks. Yeah. So this is T1, this is T2, and T3. Okay, so I'm going to use, to find A, I'm going to use the common difference method. Okay, whereby I'm going to use T2 minus T1 is equals to T3 minus T2. Okay, so T2 minus T1 will be y plus 4 and minus 11, and is equals to T3 is 3y minus x, then minus T2 is y plus 4. Okay, so on the left hand side, so y minus 7, okay, because positive form minus 11 is minus 7, so equals to, so this is 3y minus y is 2y, minus x, and minus 4. So let's look at the question. They want to express y in terms of x, okay, which means that we have to gather y to one side. Okay, so I'm going to put my y on my right hand side first, so that it will become a positive y, and then the rest all move to the left hand side, so it'll be x plus 4, then minus 7. Okay, so this will be x minus 3 equals to, so 2y minus y is equals to y. And then we swap them around because we want our y to be on the left hand side. Okay, so y equals to x minus 3. So this is the answer for A. Let's solve for B. So for B, find the common difference, means find D if x is equals to 8. So I'm going to substitute, okay, x equals to 8 into this formula, okay. So when x equals to 8, we have to find what is the value of y first. So y is equals to 8 minus 3. Okay, so therefore y is equals to 5. Okay, so now we can find a common difference. We find T2 first. So T2 is, in the question, is y plus 4. Okay, so it's y plus 4, okay, which is 9. So we want to find the common difference, D, okay, so I'm going to use T2 minus T1. Okay, so T2 is 9 and T1 is equals to 11. So therefore, the common difference is negative 2. So that's the final answer. Let's look at question 4. This is SPM 2013, paper 1, question 10. In an arithmetic progression, the common difference is negative 5. Given the sum of the first 10 terms of the progression is 45. Find A, the first term of the progression, and B, the 10th term of the progression. Okay, so let's look at what they give you. So D is equals to negative 5, okay? And given the sum of the first n term means S10 is equals to 45. And find what is the A, okay? So to solve A, I'm going to use this information that they give. Okay, so this will be n over 2, 2A plus n minus 1d. We're going to use this formula. Okay, so I write it down first. Okay, then next we're going to substitute the values of n, a, and d. So n is 10, so it'll be 10 over 2. Then 2a, so the a we don't know, is unknown. Okay, then plus, so 10 minus 1 is 9, so 9, and d is negative 5, equals to 45. Okay, so on the left hand side, 10 divided by 2 is 5. So when I bring it over to the right hand side, okay, so 45 divided by 5 is 9. So this is 2a minus 45. Okay, so let's solve this. So 9 plus 45, okay, is equals to 54. So to find a, we're going to divide it by 2. So 54 divided by 2 is 27. Okay, so that is the answer for A. Let's solve for B. Okay, find the 10th term of the progression. Okay, means find T10. Okay, so to find T10, I'm going to put into the formula of A plus n minus 1d. So it become A plus 9d. Okay, so A is 27 and D is negative 5 is given in the question. So it's 27 minus 45. Okay, so 27 minus 45 will get negative 18. So negative 18. So that's the final answer. Let's look at the next question. This is SPM 2014 question 9. The diagram below shows a circle with center O which is divided into 8 sectors. The angle of the sectors form a progression with the first term of 24 degrees. State whether the progression is an arithmetic progression or a geometric progression. And B, find the values of P, and C, find the sum of all terms of the progression. And this is 3 marks, okay? And it gives you a pie chart, okay? So it's like a pie chart, so 24 degrees, 30 degrees, 36 degrees, P. Okay, so we got to prove that this is arithmetic progression or geometric progression. So I'm going to prove using arithmetic progression first, okay? So I'm going to find my common difference, yeah? So the first common difference is I'm going to use 30 degrees minus 24 degrees, okay? Because this is T1, this is T2, okay? This is T3 and this is T4, okay? So it's a progression. So this is 6 degrees. And next I'm going to find D2 by using T3 minus T2, which is 36 degrees minus 30 degrees. So which is also 6 degrees, okay? So since D1, okay, is equals to D2, okay? So therefore, this progression is an arithmetic progression, okay? So this progression, I'm going to write a statement at the bottom. This progression, okay, is an arithmetic progression. Okay? So let's solve for B, find the values of P. So we know that, okay, that this is an AP. So with A, so I'm going to write it here, okay. So the D, the common difference, the D is equal to 6. So if I want to find the value of P, okay, I just use 36 degrees plus with 6 degrees, okay. So we'll get 42 degrees. Okay, that's the answer for B. Okay, let's solve for C now. Okay, for C, the sum of all the terms in the progression. So we need to know what is the A and D. So since just now we found out that A, okay, is equals to 24 is given, okay, and our D is equals to 6, okay. So we're going to put into the SN formula, okay. So for this, it's divided into 8 sectors. So therefore, N is equals to 8. Okay, so I'm going to add on N equals to 8. So we're going to find S8. Okay, so we're going to use the formula. So N over 2, which is 8 over 2, 2A plus, okay, N minus 1, which is 8 minus 1, 7D. So it's equals to, okay, let's calculate. 24 times 2, then plus 42, which is 7 times 6, 42. Then after that, times 8 divided by 2, we get 360. So the answer is 360 degrees. Let's look at question 6. Okay, this is SPM 2015 question 9. In an arithmetic progression, the sum of the first 4 terms is 14 and the 6th term is -7. Find the first term and the common difference of the progression, and this is 3 marks. Okay, so the sum of the first 4 terms, which means that is T1 plus T2 plus T3 plus T4 is equals to 14. Okay, so for this, okay, T is A, T1 is A, then T2 is A plus D, okay, and then T3 is A plus 2D, and T4 is A plus 3D. Okay, it's equals to 14. So let's solve this. A plus A, 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A. So there are 4 A's, okay, 4A, then plus D plus 2D will be 3D, 3D plus 3D is 6D, okay, equals to 14. So we have an equation here. We're going to simplify this equation, all divided by 2. Okay, so we'll get 2A plus 3D and it's equals to 7. Okay, so I take this as equation 1. Okay, and then the next info is the 6th term is -7, which means that is T6 is equals to -7. Okay, so T6 is equals to -7. So this is A plus 5D and is equals to -7. Okay, so this is equation 2. So I'm going to use elimination method. Okay, elimination method, which means that my equation 2 I have to times 2 because I want to eliminate the A. Okay, so times 2 we get 2A plus 10D equals to negative 14. Okay, so this is equation 3. Okay, so now I'm going to use elimination method, which is 3 minus equation 3, okay, minus equation 1. Okay, so 2a minus 2a is 0, so it's eliminated, a is eliminated. So 10d minus 3d is 7d. Okay, and negative 14 minus 7, we get negative 21. So therefore, d is negative 21 divided by 7 is negative 3. Okay, now we have to find a. So I'm going to substitute. So sub d equals to negative 3 into equation 2. Okay, equation 2 here. So equation 2 is a plus 5d. So a plus 5. So d is negative 3. Okay, equals to negative 7. So it'll be a minus 15 equals to negative 7. So a is, so negative 7 plus 15. So negative 7 plus 15, so we'll get 8. Okay, so 8. So therefore, this is the final answer. Okay, so I write again. So a is 8 and d is negative 3. So that's the answer. Let's look at question 7. This is SPM 2016, question 21. Okay, a store selling teh tarik gives choice to the customers of using either condensed milk or evaporated milk in their drinks. On a particular day, the store has 70 cans of condensed milk and 48 cans of evaporated milk. The store used 5 cans of condensed milk and 3 cans of evaporated milk in a day. After how many more days, the remainder cans of both milk are the same? And this is 3 marks. Okay, let's analyze the question. So we have 70 cans of condensed milk. This is going to be the A for condensed milk, okay? And then 48 is going to be the A for evaporated milk, okay? The store used 5 cans of condensed milk, okay, which means that this is the D, okay, which is negative 5, and 3 cans of evaporated milk, so this is D equals to negative 3. Okay, after how many more days, the remainder cans of both milk are the same? So we're going to solve this. Okay, so I'm going to list down for condensed milk first, okay? So condensed milk, So for condensed milk, the A is 70 cans, okay? And the D is negative 5. So we're going to find the Tn for this, okay? So Tn is equals to A plus n minus 1d. Okay, so we're going to solve this. 70, simplify this, yeah? Negative 5n plus 5, which is 75 minus 5n, okay? So we're going to take this as equation 1, okay? So Tn and Tn. Okay, next, we're going to find for evaporated milk. Okay, so evaporated milk. Okay, A is 48 and D is negative 3. Okay, we're going to find Tn, put into the formula. Tn equals to A, which is 48, plus n minus 1, D. D is negative 3. Okay, let's simplify this. So Tn, so 48 and minus 3n plus 3. Okay, so our Tn is 51 minus 3n. Okay, this is going to be equation 2. So now we're going to solve this. Okay, 1 equals to 2. So which means that it's 75 minus 5n equals to 51 minus 3n. Okay, let's group them up. So it'll be 3n minus 5n is 51 minus 75. Okay, so this is negative 2n. So 51 minus 75 is negative 24. So n is, so negative 24 divided by negative 2 is 12, positive 12. Okay, so therefore, after the 12 more days, the remainder cans of both milk are the same. Okay, so I'm going to write a statement on here. Okay, so here, after this. Okay, so after 12 more days, okay, the remainder cans of both milk are the same. So that is the final answer. Let's look at question 8. This is SPM 2017, question 8. Okay, it is given that the sum of the first n terms of an arithmetic progression is Sn equals to n over 2, 13 minus 3n. Find the n term. So for this, we are going to use this formula, Tn equals to Sn minus Sn minus 1. So now, I'm going to write down again Sn. Okay, Sn is n over 2, 13 minus 3n. Okay, so next I'm going to find what is n minus 1, Sn minus 1. So I'm going to substitute the n minus 1 into n in the formula. So it becomes n minus 1 over 2, and this is 13 minus 3 times n minus 1, okay, in square bracket, okay. So we'll get n minus 1 over 2. So here will be 13 minus 3n plus 3. So we'll get n minus 1 over 2. So this is 16 minus 3n. Okay, next we're going to substitute into this formula, Tn equals to Sn minus Sn minus 1. Okay, so Tn is equals to, so Sn is n over 2 of 13 minus 3n. Okay, and then after that minus, okay, n minus 1 over 2 of 16 minus 3n. Okay, so let's solve this. So this one, the first one will be n will be 13n, okay, over 2, 13n minus 3n squared, okay, over 2, and then minus, so this one you have to times here, so it'll be n times 16 is 16n, then after that minus 3n squared, then after that minus 16, and then after that plus 3n, whole thing over 2, okay? Whole thing over 2. So equals to, now we can combine them together. So 13n minus 3n squared minus 16n, then plus 3n squared, then plus 16, and then minus 3n, and then whole thing over 2. Okay? Whole thing over 2. Okay, let's solve this. Let's rearrange it first. Okay? So negative 3n squared plus 3n squared. Okay? Then after that, plus 13n minus 16n, then minus 3n, and then after that plus 16, and then whole thing over 2. Okay, so negative 3n squared plus 3n squared, so it will be eliminated, okay? Then 13n minus 16n minus 3. So 13 minus 16, then after that minus 3. So we get negative 6, okay? So negative 6n. So it'll be 16, okay, negative 6n over 2, okay? Over 2. So equals, so now we can simplify. 16 divided by 2 is 8, minus 6n divided by 2 is 3n. So that's the final answer. Let's look at question number 9. This is SPM 2018, question 15. A student has a wire with a length of 13.16 meters. The student divided the wire into several pieces. Each piece is to form a square. The diagram below shows the first 3 squares formed by the student. How many squares can be formed by the student? And this is 3 marks. So what is given to you is the Sn here. Okay, so this one, because the dimensions in the squares are in cm, so therefore we have to change this meter into cm. So we times 100, so we'll get 1316 centimeters, okay, cm. So now we're going to find the progression. So we're going to find the progression by using the perimeter of the squares. So we're going to find the perimeter for the first one, so I label this as T1. Okay, so the perimeter for this is 4 times 4 sides, so it's 16. Okay, and this will be T2. So 7 cm times 4 sides is 28. And for T3, so 10 cm times 4 sides is 40. So now we have a progression, okay, which is 16, 28, 40. And this is an AP. Okay, so from here, we can get our first term and the common difference. So A is 16, and the common difference, D, is, I'm going to use T2 minus T1. So 28 minus 16 will get 12. Okay, so next step is to substitute into the Sn formula. Okay, so Sn is equals to 1316. Okay, and the Sn formula is n over 2 bracket 2a, so a is 16, okay, plus n minus 1, and the d is 12. So it's equals to 1316. Okay, so next I'm going to expand this. So n, so this 2 I'm going to shift over to the right hand side, yeah? So 1316 times 2, we get 2632 on the right hand side. Okay, so we'll get equals 2632. So this one, 2 times 16 is 32, then plus, so 12n minus 12. Okay, so we're going to solve this. So 32 minus 12 is 20, plus 12n, and this is 2632. Okay, and then we're going to arrange this. So 12n squared, expand and arrange, plus 20n, and then minus 2632 equals to 0. Okay, now we try to simplify this, all the terms divided by 4. So we'll get 3n squared plus 5n minus, so this one 2632 divided by 4 is equals to 658. So it'll be 658 equals to 0. And next step is to factorize it into 2 brackets. Okay, we factorize it. So this one will be 3n squared will be n times 3n. Okay, and then this is minus 14, and this will be plus 47. Okay, so therefore the n is 14, okay, or negative 47 over 3. But this negative answer is rejected, okay, because number of squares form cannot be negative. Okay, so we're going to write a statement. So therefore, so 13.16 meters of wire, okay, can form 14 squares. So this is the final answer. Let's look at question number 10. This is SPM 2019, question 5. Okay, so it's given the sum that the sum of the first m term of an arithmetic progression is Sm equals to k plus 1 over 2 bracket a plus 7. So such that k is a constant and a is the first term and 7 is the last term. Okay, express k in terms of m and state the range of the values of k. So for this, okay, for a, so they say that last term, we're going to use the last term formula for Sn, yeah? So Sn is equals to n over 2, okay, a plus l. Okay, so if the n is replaced by m, so it's going to be Sm, okay, equals to, so this n became m, okay? So m over 2, then after that a plus l, okay? And the l is given as 7. So therefore, Sm equals to m over 2, a plus 7, okay? And then we compare with the Sm given over here. Okay, so Sm is equals to k plus 1 over 2, and then it's a plus 7. Okay, so let's compare. So you see here, m is equals to k plus 1. Okay, so m is equals to k plus 1. And they want you to express k in terms of m, which means that k must be on the left. So I'm going to shift this 1 over. Okay, it becomes m minus 1. So therefore, k is equals to m minus 1. That is the answer for A. Let's solve for B. State the range of values of k. Okay. So we know that, okay, for B, so we know that this m, okay, this m here must be positive, okay? So therefore, m, okay, 0 or positive. So more than or equals to 0. So we know that m, okay, from here, m is equals to k plus 1. So which means that k plus 1, okay, is more than or equals to 0. So to find the range of values of k, so I'm going to shift the positive 1 to the right hand side. It becomes negative. So this is the final answer for B. Well, that's all for now. Stay tuned to my next video, which is everything you need to know about geometric progressions, coming up soon. Bye!